Hello, dear friends. My name is Kathleen Whitehead. I will be channeling light language and possible messages from the aspects of love this evening. I'm joined by two of my dear friends, Cheryl and Laura, and they may have questions later, one or both of them. I want to start out by sending love to every being on this planet, especially those who are suffering in any way. And just want you to know that we are here with you as part of you and wish the very best. Okay, I'm going to invite my friends from other realms to come and join us. And then we will begin. My dearest aspects of love, thank you for being here. Thank you for assisting, joining, guiding, participating in any way with this evening's transmission. I ask you to begin by providing light language that is helpful and healing and loving to all. No, se si kata kai te shanana atata te ke te ana marakishita ta aliana na yet ta shatata ka se ke toto tiana na ai se ke te tiana matakaso ta yala ne atata pata ke shitai ta ta makata ta sana mayata. We join with you this evening to bring some words that relate to the current energies and how you might navigate them on your planet. This has been a time of somewhat dark spaces for some. It has been a time where it is hard to maintain a positive place because not only are the events of the world somewhat um, captivating in your attention, the reaction of the collective is that of fear. Of course, there are those who are applauding this turmoil because that's where they live, that's where they wish to experience their life. That is the agreement they have made in this incarnation for this time being. Remember that all is exactly as it is meant to be. And remember that this turmoil is also providing things for individuals on your planet to observe and to make choices based on that observation. And the more chaotic, the more turmoil, the more we will call it ridiculousness of the activities, the more that there will be those who will say that the line has been crossed and I want to rethink what my values are. remember that this is a life of your own creation. Because what you focus on is what you bring into your reality. So if you focus on the tumultuous news of the world, you will, of course, react to your emotions that are brought forward by this observation. It has been a time where being at a high level and watching things from afar, from an absolute positive place, has been a challenge for most. And let us be clear, you cannot do any of this. We ask you, though, to observe what it is that you are focusing on. And remember that that focus is what is creating your bundle of emotions, your perspective of how the world is progressing or regressing. So bring your focus back to your higher perspective when you become aware that it has gone in a little depth. How can you do it? There are ways to bring your focus to something of a, let us say, higher perspective. You can always be in gratitude. Find those small things that make you smile and remember them. For instance, if you observe a squirrel and he makes you smile because they can be silly, remember that. If you observe someone saying hello or someone hugging, or if you are lucky enough to be the one hugged or the one hugging, remember those things because those will raise you to a little different focus and therefore bring your perspective up and with it your whole attitude. You can also do practices such as the heart coherence that is very well practiced. You can put your hand on your heart and slow your breathing and connect your mind to your heart by remembering something that makes you smile and brings love. You can always send love to everyone. Send love, especially to those who are doing the difficult task of being the bad guys in this whole transitional time. There are many other things that you can do. Sing, dance, hug, wave at someone, smile at someone. Just bring your focus to those things that allow you to smile. Do not stay so strongly in your mind where you're analyzing everything. Do things that cause you to smile. Focus on the small things. And if that is not the easiest thing that you do, just keep breathing. If you can find nothing else to focus on feeling your breath nourish your body. The things to avoid are, of course, exposing yourself to tumultuous things for any amount of time that is too much. And you will know if you are just allowing fear, allowing you to lose that perspective that everything will be all right, because we are here to remind you that it will indeed be all right. That what you have to look forward to is a beautiful place, is a place full of love, is the kind of place that you would like to live in. So we want to remind you also that you can always ask us. So if you are finding yourself in a dark place, just call out and say, hey, my friends from all over, all the spirits that are around me, all of the beingnesses that are around me, remind me of what I have to be thankful for, to be happy about, and to look forward to. That simple thing can allow your perspective, your focus to be at a different space. We are always here. Anytime you ask us to remind you, we will do that. We cannot do things that you do not ask us to do, even though we might wish to be able to bring your heart into a happier space. You are in possession of free will. So, but don't hesitate to ask. And above all, remember that you are a being of love and you are connected to all of the other beings whose essence is love, and that includes the entire oneness. We are sending our love to you at this time, and we will gift you with some of our language of light. And we thank you for being here with us and sharing your love with us. We leave you now from this perspective and bring our like to you. Ja, da, mia da dai deka. He niana ya kasete te te tiana te te pateka ya da na ya te pateke sikta. Sa ya te aya lea shakji ya da pitikiti ata sikate te te da diamane ete. Satatai patikete ete ata pasikete sa nya ala ya tatai. Teketa ata mianana a te kata shirte tiamarkase halayatatai te 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 enya ma. We will entertain questions if you have any questions that we can answer to your satisfaction.
I have a question.
Thank you. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Now is around the time of the new year, and some people make resolutions for the new year, hoping to define tasks they'd like to focus on and complete. So there's one frame of mind that says, make a plan, follow the plan, make it as light or as rigid as you like, but I'm going to do A, then B, then C, or I'm going to focus on those things? Or is it better just to trust your instincts, just stay with your passions and take it one day at a time?
Those are two complete opposites. One is disciplined, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to accomplish that. And That works very well for some people. The other is guide me. Let my inner knowing show me what to do. Show me what I want and be very easy. And that neither of those things are wrong. But may we suggest that you ask yourself, what would I like to have fun with this
Mhm.
year? What would I like to do this day or this year or this month or whatever? How do I want to feel? What are the things that um, bring me joy? How would I like to expand? And don't define it as this is a goal. This I want to reach dimension level 10 this year. That might not be the best way to do it from that discipline space. And by the same token, yeah, I would like to be the next level up if you want me to. That may not be quite enough motivation, but none of this can be done wrong. But instead of being the disciplinarian or the one who just wants to do things as they come, why don't you ask yourself, what would I like to experience this year? Is there something I would like to expand into? But don't give yourself the the goal or the demand that you accomplish that particular thing. So, for instance, maybe someone uh, might think, I would like to lose 200 pounds this year. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. But just make it light and airy in that you would like to, this is what I'd like to feel today, this year. By the end of the year, I would like to have this or have experienced this or grown in this way. But most of all, by the end of the year, I would like to feel happy about how my year has gone. Does that help you?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question. Is there any other question?
I have a question.
Please.
Um, I have followed Buddhism, and usually in Buddhism, the new year doesn't start until February and sometimes March because it's more lunar. I'm curious as to what the universe says about that.
The universe says that there is no time. There are cycles, and there have been cultures throughout the history of your planet where some cultures have developed a system of following, and many times it is based on lunar and solar cycles. And that was very important because they were able to work with the land to do things like migrate to another place if they know that the rains were coming, or plant their crops at a particular time so that they would get the biggest yield. So those earth cycles are probably the best reality to live in rather than a particular date on a calendar. That in the end, as everything is different on every planet, there might be cycles that are different. There might be um, creations, your earth has created the concept of time so that its beings can live kind of in a linear fashion, but other the other cultures have different varieties of this. But the reality is what works for you. Does the concept of January 1st being the time to celebrate, does that truly work for you? Something to ponder. Would it make more sense if it was based on the lunar cycle or the Chinese New Year or equinoxes, and all of that overlaps. So it can be, there are many different ways to look at it. But the important thing is to live in the very moment that you're experiencing. Because if you are looking forward and living in the future, you are missing the gift of the present. If you are living in the past, you are also missing that being present. So why not celebrate every day as a new day? But whatever is comfortable. If you like to follow a particular timeline, some people, some cultures go by the date of the birth. What you celebrate birthdays, which is the anniversary of your birth. So that is a new beginning. That is a new year for you. So you have a number of ways to divide up the time. But why divide up the time? Just experience it. Was that helpful to you?
Yes, as always, you've provided some good insights. I wondered if I could follow up on previous discussions with regard to Three Eye Atlas, which was getting a lot of, kind of a lot of press. And now, since it seems to have passed, I wonder whether there was the impact that people expected, or if we're still receiving sort of transmissions or the lovingness or whatever from that. And could you just comment on that, please?
Yes. This beingness has not yet left your solar system. It is still transmitting its love energies. It has mostly um, transmitted a lot. And yes, there has things have changed, things have been affected. You might say that as the love increases, so do the last gasps of chaos increase. And those are affected by all sorts of things, but including the visit of the Three Eye Atlas and other beingnesses that are in your solar system. It has indeed changed your world. At this point, there are so many anomalies that it's hard to explain from a scientific standpoint because there's still the discussion. Is it a comet? Is it a spaceship? Is it a beingness? Is it a consciousness? What is it? Well, does it matter? You might say, what am I? Am I a soul? Am I a body? Am I a mind? Am I consciousness? All of those things. Am I part of the oneness? So defining these things puts it in a box. But right now, the scientists are observing it and studying it and wondering what in the world. And some heads are spinning, but it is definitely has been purposeful. It has a consciousness. It has a lot of love. It has uh, much wisdom, but it has not had the effect of slapping somebody in the head and saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm different. I'm 6 foot tall now." That's not the way. It's much more subtle, but it has assisted. It will continue to assist as other beingnesses in your solar system are assisting. You have heard many times from many different sources that things are changing. And at this moment, the changes are not comfortable, but they do continue to change. And it will progress into a much brighter and happier place. And we ask you to keep your focus on that inner knowing, that all will be well. And the reality is, no matter what it looks like, all is well. Did that help you?
Yes, thank you. Further, do you have tips on ways to uh, change my focus from the body that I'm in, which has gone awry recently? But I don't mean just for myself, but for anyone in this circumstance. How to find your soul center again, or your higher consciousness?
Start with the very little things. When you find yourself steeped in pain and fear, start with something very small, a small gratitude. Listen to your breathing. Send love to everything out there. Send love to that which is causing you pain. Send love. Ask, what is this pain teaching me? Perhaps you are meant to experience this so that you can uncover something that it can show you. There are just so many different ways, as we mentioned earlier, but don't start with a great big, oh, I'm going to do this particular thing that is going to take me completely away from all of this. Start with something very slow. It's very small. Let your focus, instead of realizing the pain at the moment, let your focus be on something else, something smaller. Let the pain be as in the background, if that, as much as possible, instead of being in the forefront. So if you have a hobby that will take your focus, knitting, reading, all of those different things that might cause you to just focus on that particular thing and truly enjoy that particular thing. And meditate, ask that the pain be relieved, ask what the pain is to be teaching you. Does that help?
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Is there any other question? We love you so much. We care deeply for all that you are experiencing at this point. We understand that this is not the easiest time you have ever had in this incarnation. But know that we are here cheering you on because you are succeeding. You will succeed. You are increasing in love. And as long as that can be your focus, you will continue to assist the rest of the planet in its moving forward. We love you. We care deeply for you. We'll assist in whatever we can. We will leave you now with one more dose of our deep love. Pekiti aya the debe te pekiti a tiana manaya he niana makate shikata ta ta piata te niana na leata sayana.